Hey everyone, so about 10 years ago, maybe 8 or 10 years ago, I wrote out a massive list of every key skill or knowledge requirement that I thought I would need in order to become a multimillionaire and have all the income and the dreams that I always wanted. And I compiled this list after watching loads of YouTube videos and stuff like that. And this is that list. This is from at least 10 years ago, 8 to 10 years ago. And it starts off with basic growth mindset, basic personal finance, all the way through to all the nitty-gritty stuff. And even crypto is there. Trading crypto, charity structuring, because charity structuring is just tax efficiencies and all that sort of stuff. And so fast forward to 2018, I basically done a fair bit by then. And I wrote out, in the space of 8 months, 450,000 words. So literally, it's like 8 books worth of content. And I chopped them all up into sort of 10-minute videos, animated videos. And that's what the Wealth Action Plan is. So the Wealth Action Plan is like a Netflix for business, money, and all that sort of stuff. And all of the modules that I wrote all that time ago are here. So it's literally everything that you need to get your business up and running, yada yada yada. It's worth having a look at the 30-day free trial, and you have access to all of these videos in the trial. And I even, if you scroll all the way to the bottom, my wife and I set up a live experiment. So we use all the things that we teach in the WAP and set up a brand new business, and we have scaled that. That's pretty good. Now, the WAP is really for those starting out. So I guess it's for the entrepreneurs, the people that want to get into business, etc. But for those that are already in business, that are sort of plateauing in their growth, or they're just not hitting the goals that they want, you'll often find that there is a peer group sort of ceiling, there's a knowledge level ceiling, and it's basically those two things. And so you need to basically up your peer group sometimes, because if you're, for example, Jim Rohn always said you are the sum of the 5 people you hang around with the most. But what if the 5 business owners that you hang around with the most are nowhere near where you want to be? This is why it's good to always up level your business network. So, and then obviously there's the knowledge and then the implementation part. So this is why I've created what is called the Wealth Action Plan Incubator. And this is, I guess, as it says here, everything business mastermind and mentoring, coaching and investment coaching all sort of rolled into one. I've done loads of business masterminds and stuff like that. Some of them are good, most of them are pretty pants. So I'm basically just picking the best parts and not the worst parts. And so every 2 months we have a physical 1.5 day meeting where we're going to meet up for cream teas and basically have a bit of chit chat, catch up with what's happened. We then keep on doing the meeting all the way through till dinner. So we have a good half day of really catching up and stuff, and then meet up for an early breakfast, and then for the rest of that day we get into more content and stuff like that. So every couple of months you're going to be learning some really cool stuff which you can't find on Google or YouTube and stuff like that. And it's some things I've done. I mean, I've got a group of 8 companies. I've done rather well. I've had massive errors, which you can see later on this page. But then there's the accountability part. So every month we will have our monthly catch-ups, live Q&A. But basically the net result is this. You're going to go through the key numbers and metrics. So a lot of people have no idea what their business metrics are, and they don't even have their leading indicators. So there are certain things in your business which you need to have constant optics on, because if you see them starting to fall down, a month later or 2 months later, you're going to have some issues. So you fully need to understand your key metrics. What else is here? Your perfect client user experience. So one thing that I do every now and then is draw a big line across the page, go from day 0, and then basically map out every single touch point that a new client or customer experiences. Everything from a hello in person to text message or an email, or what they get in the post. And you need to really craft a really nice user journey. So it's worth doing that from scratch, because a lot of companies don't do this well. And I say this with first-hand experience, because I can now think of some of my companies that are not doing this well. So I need to do this myself even better. You also need you will also get your perfectly formed pitch deck, because part of getting to the next level is investment. Whether you take on debt or an equity partner, you need to have a really good pitch deck to get your business out there, so to speak, and then you can raise money. And we did this with our experimental business. We just raised £100,000 and only gave away 10% equity for My Fairy Pen Pal, which is that experiment. So we show you how to raise money, and I've raised millions over the last 10 years, and not just in one big chunk, lots of little rounds. So recently raised 100k for that experiment, 350 grand for one of my other businesses, and over the last couple of years another sort of 3 to 400k. So it is a fine art, and there's certain things you must do, must not do. So it will help you with that. And I've grown big through mergers and acquisitions, so you will learn everything I do with mergers and acquisitions. And no, it's not buying a distressed business for £1 and then turning it around. I wasted probably 4 years of my life trying to turn around distressed businesses, and it's a big no-no. Distressed businesses are distressed for a reason. They are yeah. So you'll learn everything M&A, what to do, what not to do, and then also some sort of advanced investing, business investing, personal investing. Some of this stuff I teach in the Realistic Trader, but there's some stuff which I haven't really shared yet. But yeah, you have to orchestrate your life in a certain way, so you're tax efficient, you're investment efficient, you're arbitraging your capital and all sorts of stuff. And then yeah, how to really bulletproof your business or your group. And I am here standing the test of time. 2020 and 2021 was the shit show that everyone had to endure, and in the group I had a whole bunch of businesses that failed or not failed, or that got hurt big time, and I had a bunch of businesses that did really well. So that's part of the thing, creating your group and your mini empire so you can weather any storm. And if you ever want some shits and giggles, go to this page at thewap.org/incubator and scroll right to the bottom. And I've literally laid out a little list. It's a little list of all the trials and tribulations I've had, for everything from staff issues, cash flow, money issues, M&A issues, and it's a very small list, but I've been through the ringer. But anyway, if this incubator is for you, or you think it's for you, here's the criteria. You need a business that's already doing at least £2,000 a month in revenue. You need between 0 to 20 staff, because there's certain people I can help and I can't help. You need to be able to spend at least £1,000 a month on ad spend, because some of the things that will help get your new clients is through a proper marketing campaign, and so you need some ad spend, and you need to be able to commit to this for a year, because I think it's quite cheap. Some people say it's expensive, but it depends on where you see the value is. But for basically $6,250 plus VAT for over a whole year, it's going to be freaking cheap, because we cover all the hotel costs, the food costs, and all the other bits and bobs we're going to do. So this is probably the best MBA type thing you could do, and for a fraction of the cost of an MBA. So yeah, hope this helps. Check it out if this is potentially up your street. Go to this page, fill out an application form. We will, and then I'll have a Zoom call with yourself. So yeah, hope this finds you well, and I'll see you soon. Toodles, bye.